I'm affiliated with the Unitarian Universalist Network for Social Justice and also a member of the Washington State Progressive Caucus. I volunteered to say a few things to you this evening about my own particular story. When my Social Security check comes in the mail on the third Wednesday of the month, I give it less $18 to my landlord. My Medicare costs me now $50 a month. Last year, it cost me $25 a month. So when people in Washington, D.C. start talking about cutting Medicare and Social Security, I get a little nervous. Matter of fact, I get so nervous that some nights I really don't sleep very well. When a number of years ago, my husband walked out the door, I don't need to go into the reasons about that. I was happy that he went. But that left me with 3 kids in grade school. And I struggled and struggled to put food on the table and keep things moving. I had 3 bright kids, and they worked hard and studied hard. And when they graduated from high school, before they graduated, they applied at very incredibly wonderful universities and were accepted. The only reason they got to go was because of Pell Grants and other loans, government loans and loans from the universities where they went. They made it through those 4 years with flying colors. 2 of them went on to grad school, and they are now serving the community in a very special way. One is the manager of a physical therapy what do I want to put? Yeah, I'm getting old. I lose my words. Physical therapy, and she has achieved the status of 2 specialties that there are only like half a dozen people in our state that have those 2 specialties. The other is practicing in social services as a therapist with families who have experienced difficulty and have a great deal of anger that they're exhibiting. So these kids of mine, even though we had hard times, were able to rise above that and come home and serve their community. They would not have been able to do that. They probably would have minimum wage jobs or no job at all at this point.
My name is Beth Brunton, and I'm proud to be a public school teacher. And I'm here to public school teacher. I want to start by saying thank you to all of you, of course, for all your hard work over the years. I'm so grateful to live in this community of Seattle, because although our schools are terribly underfunded, we survive better than many children in this state and in this country because of your generosity. The fact that our libraries are open now 7 days a week, our students are almost crying with gratitude. You have no idea. If you don't have a computer at home, if you don't have a safe place to read, people think libraries are obsolete. That's a lie. You know, they don't. You know, I gotta tell you something. Those libraries are so important to our children and teens, because it's a safe place, it's a warm place, a dry place. I hear rumors, oh, it's just for the homeless. That's a lie. It's for kids too. You know, in elementary and high school kids need those libraries. Where are they going to do their homework? Where are they going to, you know, study when the schools are closed? So I'm so glad when the libraries closed on Fridays. That was such a terrible, terrible thing, and nobody knew how terrible it was. And so anyway, thank you for the libraries, thank you for the community centers. When my kids have to leave school, they at least have a community center to go to. Oh, only 1 minute left, better hurry up. So I'm just so grateful. You know what kids need to learn is more than me, the teacher, and the school. We need those libraries, we need the community centers. They need to be ready to learn. My children I teach students who have had trouble in school or dropping out or failing because they didn't have health care. When you don't have dental care, you know what happens? Your teeth get infected and you get sick. And you just can't believe it. Kids with root canals and blood pressure problems that are 16 years old. Have you heard of that before? They asked me, do I have a blood pressure monitor? And they're 16 years old. So this is just terrible what we're doing to our young people. And what I've got to say is, they need health care. What David Bloom says, they need homes. They need, the most important thing they need is hope, because they're really feeling unwanted and unneeded. They can't get a job. So if I had to say what they need, 5 things: jobs, 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 jobs. They're unexperienced and they have no connections, so they can't get a job. Without a job, they have no hope. Why should they bother going to school? Why should they bother learning? Their parents can't get a job, their brothers and sisters can't get a job. What do you think they're going to do with their lives? So I, of course, want money for more teachers, nurses, librarians, and I also want that Pentagon billions for jobs, paid internships for young people. When I was coming out of school, there was something called CETA, Comprehensive Employment Training Act, and VISTA, and you know, everybody could get a job out of school because there was all these kind of jobs. We need those jobs again, the first job out of high school or college. And my saddest kids are kids who can't do well enough to go to college. Those kids feel like their life is over. They've gotten a message from Bill Gates that if you're not in the 1% on those standardized stupid tests, you're no good. The other 99% deserve a wonderful life too. So let's hear it for the 100% of all of our students. So thank you. Thank you.